Hello guys and welcome to my way to fire. Today I want to share with you something I really like and what's awesome about investing long term. What I'm talking about is compound interest. Before we get into that, please hit that like button to support the channel. Do you know what the best time to start investing is? It was yesterday. The second best time is today. Well, not exactly, but that's just how the saying goes. It means that the sooner you start the better. Albert Einstein is reputed to have said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it, he who doesn't, pays it." I love that quote because it is so true. Compound interest should be your best friend when it comes to investing. It is so powerful if you use it right, but it takes time to really show some good results. You need to be patient to get the most out of it. If you start early, you can really set yourself up. First, I will tell you how it works and how to earn compound interest. After that, we'll go over some examples to demonstrate how much better it gets with patience and earlier start. Let's get into it then. Let's start off with a simple example. Imagine you have $1,000 to invest and you will receive 10% interest every year. That means after 1 year you will still have that $1,000 but also another 100. Now you think to yourself, do I need that money? You answer yourself no, so you reinvest it all. That makes $1,100. You receive 10% interest again. But this time it is not just from the 1,000 you invested. It is from the 1,100. That means you receive $110. You may think that is not a big difference, but if you really think about it, you didn't have to do anything for that extra money. And the example only showed the difference on 1,000. Should you invest $10,000, the extra money after the second year will be 100. And this goes on, every year making a little more. If you receive 10% every year, it should take 10 years to make 100%, which means to double your money, right? Sure, that makes sense. But only if you make 10% on the same amount of money every year. If you reinvest it, it will only take around 7 years for your money to double. If you want to know how long it will take you to double your money, use the number 72. Think about your expected return on investment. It is around 8% per year for the stock market, historically speaking. Then divide 72 by 8. That equals 9. So it will take around 9 years for your money to double. These examples were simplified to demonstrate the point and make it easier to understand. In real life, you should want to add more money every month yourself too, until you reach your goal. That makes the math behind this a little more complicated but also boosts the results. I will show you the difference later in the video. Warren Buffett once said, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." So if you can't take my word for it, take the word from the Oracle of Omaha. He is probably the greatest investor of all time, but apart from that, he really knows the perks of compound interest at his 90 years of age. I think his 100 billion net worth shows that. Now let's see how you can earn compound interest too. First example will be from a bank to show that not just any form of compound interest will help to make you rich. Should you put your money into a savings account, you can't expect to earn more than around 0.5% per year on your money these days. That is really low. It doesn't even beat the inflation, let alone make you any significant money. Now don't get me wrong, savings accounts have their place as well. You should have some emergency fund. 3 to 6 months worth of expenses just in case anything comes up, and you lose your stream of income. You can make it more if you are not comfortable with just that. That is up to everyone's preferences. But let's get back to what I was talking about. Should you earn 0.5% every year on the money in your savings account, it will take 144 years to double. In my opinion, that is a bit too long. So no, compound interest alone can't make it. Now let's see another example to make use of it, but this time a much better one. I'm talking about the stock market. If your plan is to invest long term, this is a good option. There are also 2 ways to earn compound interest in the stock market. First one is the growth of the price of stocks. The second one comes in the form of dividends. For those of you who don't know how that works, when you buy a stock, you essentially own a part of the company. And when the company is doing well, it can decide to pay out a part of its earnings back to the investors. Now this is not guaranteed and not every company pays a dividend, even those that do well, if they focus on growing even more instead. Dividends can also be cut or even cancelled, but I will talk more about dividends and dividend investing in another video. If you own stocks of a company that does pay a dividend, then again, instead of taking that dividend and spending it on something, you can reinvest it and buy even more stocks. That means you will earn more dividends next time. Isn't that beautiful? The same thing can be applied with bonds or peer-to-peer lending, etc. You start with X dollars and invest it. Every time you get paid interest, you take it and reinvest it. Next time you get a little more. Now keep doing this for some time and you are sure to reap the fruits. With all that said, I want to show you two examples. The first one will reveal how much easier it is to reach $1 million if you start early on and get the most out of compound interest. In this example, we will have 3 different people. We will assume the stock market's historical average of around 8% and see how much each person has to save and invest every month to reach the said million. 1 million is the goal, but each person will start investing at a different age. Another goal is to reach that sum when they turn 65 years old. Let's start off with Martin, who starts investing at 20 years old. He has 45 years to reach the set goal of 1 million by the age of 65. Now that is a very nice start and he has plenty of time to reach it. So how much does he have to invest every month to get there? To round it up a little, it comes out to $190. In total, he will have invested around $100,000 of his own money and earned the rest by letting the compound interest work. Now let's see our second person, Alice. Alice decided she wants to hit 1 million when she turns 65 at the age of 30. That still gives her 35 years, which is also very good. So how much does she have to invest every month to get there? She only starts 10 years later than Martin. That leaves her with 77.7% of the time he has. With that math, should she be investing $244 every month? Unfortunately for Alice, that doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, she needs almost 200 more each month, coming to a total of $440 a month. That is more than double. At the end, she will have invested around $180,000 and earned the rest. Our third person is Adam. He is 40 years old and up until now he hadn't thought about investing or retirement. But now, after talking to his friends, he is up for it. He still has 25 years left. Not that bad. But how different will his outcome be? After seeing the difference between Martin's case and Alice's and the necessary contribution more than doubling, will it be the same with Adam? The answer is yes. Adam will have to invest $1,050 each month to hit the same goal, but starting 10 years later than Alice. Now you have really seen how powerful the compound interest can be. Of course, those were all hypothetical examples. The stock market doesn't produce the same profits year after year, and previous gains are in no way a guarantee of the upcoming ones. Nevertheless, the compound interest is a wonderful thing you should know. To demonstrate it even further, let's take Martin, Alice and Adam again. They will all start at the same age as in the previous example, but this time they will all invest Alice's amount, which is $440 each month, and we'll see with how much they end up at 65. The results are as follows. Martin will end up with staggering $2.3 million. Alice will obviously end up with 1 million again, but Adam will now finish with $418,000. I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully learned something new. Guys, even if you happen to start later, don't give up. The results are still very nice, and even though I really made Martin look good in this video, I don't think Adam's case is bad either. Don't be discouraged by that. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button to show some support, and if you are interested in more videos about investing, personal finance, etc., then make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.